that game and catch up to the leaders, but we are going to have our focus on the top guys at the moment. And Magnus in a smiley, good mood, it seems.
And Nihal is a bit of a crowd favorite. He starts with the accelerated London system, bringing the bishop out to f4 first, and now maybe a Jabava London system. Magnus is going to play e6. He did that against Gukesh in the World Cup in 2023, defeated him there. Okay, and e4, he's going to offer a French in the near future with a quick d5. a6 is guarded against the knight coming forward. This is fascinating. I wonder whether this is prep from Nihal, because Magnus won that game against Gukesh with black very convincingly, and pawn sacrifice. I believe this is going the exact same way as that game from a few years ago. Magnus, he does this against the younger Indian players.
Yeah, because he remembers that game.
A3 and then...
Yeah, here we hear it.
Bishop takes c3, queen takes c3, and d takes e4. And unless Nihal has some incredible novelty up his sleeve here, then black is doing relatively all right.
So just as you said, David, he remembers that game, and he's still in that game, and actually it's Nihal now who's doing something else.
Well, actually, this is how the game continued, I believe. The queen took the pawn, and now Magnus offered the queen trade. There we go. Queens came off, and as Magnus likes to do, he ground down Gukesh in an endgame. That was a few years ago, of course, before Gukesh was world champion. But
such an interesting position, and suddenly it just fizzles out into a relatively boring endgame-ish position. But
and we could see also Nihal's reaction there when he was like, "Ugh, we're trading the queens, huh?"
You don't beat Magnus often in these types of positions. You need to catch him unawares. You need to attack him.
Yeah.
And like you said, Jon Christian, like it's so frustrating sometimes, especially with white and the kind of top level of chess these days. Opening preparation, it's so hard to keep the game spicy.
Yeah, because the position looks so spicy after just a couple of moves, like 7-8 moves in, and then you get this more or less boring position. But I mean, looks like Magnus is doing fantastic here. He has such an advantage in development, which is going to be crucial, I believe. Yeah, exactly. As you point out, take on e4 with the bishop, double threat, maybe pawn up.
Yeah, the rook's fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you think this is what sets Magnus apart a little bit? Like, he can freestyle, he can play any opening, but also his memory is so good. Like, he'll remember a game from a few years ago. He knows everything about every opening. Nihal, maybe not aware, even though that was a really famous game, that was shown to be very good for black, this whole opening, and Nihal's just walked straight into it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, memory is so important in chess. You have to be able to remember your preps, remember openings that have been played. What is going on here exactly, by the way? Bishop f6.
And then at the very least, like,
king d1.
Taking on.
You take
two,
just like... but king takes and rook c2. Yeah, this is dumb.
This rook takes g2
okay,
at
so
the
he
end.
goes into it.
Oh
my gosh.
Rook takes g2 immediately.
Exactly.
Oh.
And once he takes...
Rook g2 immediately?
Oh, rook takes g2. That rook in the corner is trapped.
No, but king e3? What's going on there?
So suspicious. What he's doing.
I mean, the pawn on a6 is also hanging. This
not
is really
like
tricky.
sus in that way. I just like...
Ooh.
Just don't believe this can work.
Magnus thinks he's winning.
Yeah, but he has to be precise here, I believe.
He has to calculate.
It's not suspicious in any way that you guys might think. Just
Disclaimer from Magnus.
Yeah.
He has to choose his words wisely.
What do you do here, David? What do you play?
I'll turn on the computer.
Yeah, that's not allowed. You're getting banned.
I didn't even see rook takes g2, so I would have played rook takes c2 in a heartbeat. I didn't see the other one. I was actually thinking you should take this way with the rook, but the computer points out something even better. Apparently, rook takes pawn, king to e3, and I don't think it's going to happen. Rook to g6 in that position.
Horribly by any
Really?
means.
Rook g6 here now is apparently the best move.
Magnus spent a lot of time now.
Okay, but now it's not so clear.
So the material count, he has a rook and 2 pawns for the bishop and knight, but it's a strong bishop, especially if the white rook can join. Magnus has to be quick.
Yeah, because the
I
king
have
is more or less
Oh, boy.
safe, and the rooks are kind of stuck right now. Like rook f2 maybe, but then king.
I think we're just gonna sack the exchange.
Really?
Ooh.
Cut our
Sacking the
losses.
exchange.
Okay, so maybe
No.
you can pick up the a pawn as well, but I mean you can't hold on to all your black pawns.
Magnus, his job will be to eliminate the white a pawn, maybe the white h pawn, to force a draw later. Nihal not going for it immediately. Maybe tempted to go for some checkmating ideas against the black king.
He's not better
Really?
there.
And look at the time. I mean, Magnus has spent a lot more time.
A2, rook c7,
Oh.
rook f2.
But
What's his
yeah,
idea?
okay, so king d7 potentially.
Yeah.
King d7, there's some knight checks in the air.
Oh no.
Ooh, the big question is whether
Rook
Nihal can do a
c7,
checkmate
rook,
now.
rook c8, I start
How?
escaping.
But there's no mate.
95,
Like
rook
95 you can
d2
take it,
check.
right? And then
Or this rook and then rook d5. Like,
95, black can also give some
completely
checks.
fine.
Magnus lower on time, also a factor to count in.
Yeah.
Oh, and
his
mistake
idea?
from Nihal. Big
Here?
mistake here. There's no threats for white.
Then rook f1, no?
But Magnus doesn't seem very
Second
secure in what's
bus.
going on.
Oh, the bar drops.
He seems very unsure, Magnus.
Giving a check would have been stronger in that position. But he is threatening rook takes a3 with a skewer. Can Nihal force a draw? I think white's only playing for a draw here.
What do you do with white though? I don't find any moves.
So complicated.
This is so
Okay, so maybe
complicated.
rook e7 followed by going back to c7 or something.
Why do I have to go and mix
Rook here, and then rook
position
back.
so complicated?
No, then there's rook a3, right? No.
Magnus quoting some lyrics there.
Another song.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
Nice, David. More.
We were talking about the fact that you were going to sing in the studio. We finally got it.
Got your wish.
Oh, but look at his
Rook
reactions.
c-
Nihal
No,
is you spending a lot of time right now.
He knows it's important, but he doesn't have time. He has 1 minute left on the clock, and he's sitting with his head in his hands like this, as if he's playing a classical game.
There's no choice. You have to give a check. It's just a question of which one, like checking from which angle. It
Okay.
feels so unnatural to go
He's spending
back.
a ton of time.
Really?
Spending a ton of time.
Can you
Even
take an
Magnus.
h2?
Ooh, yeah.
Probably crazy.
Take just to get pieces off the board.
I don't know.
Rook to f2 looks tempting as well. The white king's going to have to, there we go, march up the board. Just to keep the knight defended on the third rank.
Probably king e4.
Yeah, king e4 would make a lot of sense. One of these two moves forced. Nihal still tanking.
Why though?
Just have to make a move.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of those king moves, no choice.
It's very tense.
This is very tense.
Okay, check from
King
Magnus.
f4, then I can go
Take on
king
h2?
d7, I believe.
No.
Ooh, he wants to get out of the mates.
Yeah, makes sense.
There was the idea of rook to d3 and rook to d8 mate, so now the black king is free to run.
e5 should
Well-
be possible. E4, king e6,
Kind of.
Kind of.
4, or
If there were some checks, the king would have run in certain positions.
it's not that clear actually.
Oh, Magnus is thinking.
Yeah, and he has only a minute left. This could become a very interesting time scramble.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it, he says, and starts pushing his pawn in the center of the board.
He wants some space for his king.
That's a bit too safe.
He's going to run into the center.
I regret that a little bit.
Check. He's going to continue running. Which way? Ooh, Magnus says he's playing it a bit safe. If he takes this knight now,
It's too safe.
oh,
Too
can he
safe.
flag Nihal? Flagging Nihal is so difficult. He's so fast.
But he has 30 more seconds than him. He must have enough confidence in that situation.
Ooh.
Check on a2?
Oh, check on a2.
Check.
The white knight's going to come back and block. There was a hit on the rook in the corner. And now we see Magnus. Can he win it? He got the rooks off the board. He can play this on forever.
Yeah. This
15
is...
seconds. Should be enough now for Magnus to win on the board and the clock. He gets another pawn.
e5.
Oh, that looks strong.
Oh,
Ooh, he's going for the other pawn. Now e5. Magnus is closing in for the kill.
Here, h5.
Knight
e4. Why
but he
not?
has to keep up his tempo because
Play. Come on.
move. Got to move.
Should be enough.
Bishop and knight struggle to coordinate together without a rook.
Oh, there's a fork. Okay.
There are forks all over the place. Nihal has not given up yet.
Nope.
He defends really
turned
well
on the
and he's
turbo.
really fast, so
He defends well
it's
and he
not a
plays really
foregone
fast.
conclusion by any means.
Here's the trousers. It's the two pawns, the trouser legs here. Can't stop both of them. There we go. A new queen is born. The knight was hanging, but Magnus is just playing for time now.
Didn't see that.
Totally winning position. The queen and king.
1 second left for Nihal, but he's only spending milliseconds.
Okay.
But Magnus actually managed to checkmate him on time.
Okay. Good stuff. Tough game.
Wow. That was a really classy game from
Very,
both players.
very tactical, unclear.
All right, so Magnus heading into the final round.